Hey y'all, happy Mother's Day. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is 5:30-ish, Sunday the 14th of May, 2023, Mother's Day. It is 29 degrees Celsius right now. Humidity's at 63%. We're not supposed to get rain for the next couple of days. It's currently 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It was like 80, 88, 89 a little while ago. We are off to my son's house for dinner. I didn't think we were going to do dinner there tonight because it's Mother's Day, and my daughter-in-law said she wasn't cooking, and she's not cooking. We're going to go and risk my son's cooking. That's not fair. He does very well. I taught my kids to cook. I taught him how to do laundry. Well, I didn't teach him, but he learned how to do laundry. Our girls know how to man, my head's itching like crazy today. My girls know how to, change oil and spark plugs and swing a hammer. So anyway. Man, what the heck? The whole back of my neck is itchy. Anyway. I was going to come out and back up to the dumpsters and throw the bag of trash and some other stuff that's back there away, but once again somebody has taken care of it for me. I suspect I know who. He's a good kid, and by kid I guess he's almost 21 or has turned 21, but I still refer to the kids that grew up at my house as kids. And I was talking about one of them earlier, and he's the same age as my oldest, so like they'll be 50 in a year or so, and he may actually be older than my son, so he may already be 50, but still call him a kid. It's not derogatory, and at least not in my thinking. Well, anyhow. I have been watching a lot of making stuff from junk videos, primarily robots, but also other stuff. One guy takes old toys and chops them up and makes different monsters. He's got a whole storyline going. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this here. I don't think I like it. See if it'll tighten up and stay in place. But a couple of people do that. They have a whole storyline going along with their build. For me, it's more of and like they start out and like they've got an idea in their head and they sketch it out, and then they get upset if the piece doesn't turn out exactly like their sketch. For me, I've got an idea in my head and it's got to come out, kind of like the headache piece that I did last night. The aspirin bottle and the lighters. I had watched the video on like the guy took a lighter and made a robot out of just the lighter, so that was pretty cool. And others, make robots out of piles of junk. So aspirin bottles and the lids to anything. Hair products and They've got like collections of toothpaste caps, and all that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of stuff I was talking about when I said, if you got a bunch of stuff that you want to get rid of, I'm more than willing to accept it. And you might think it's just trash, little bits of wire, or a piece of cloth that's got a snap on it, or even just half of a snap. I mean, I drove through that parking lot a couple months ago and picked up all kinds of garbage and took it over, and Sassy put together 2 little critters from it. So it's thinking outside the box. You have to make yourself think alternatively, and but anyway, I've been watching just a lot of these, and I've always enjoyed doing it. I mean, you go back, and I don't know how long ago back, how far back it was that I did my litter critters. It's got to be more than 7 years, 6 or 7 years, because I was living back over. The old miss was still alive, and I picked those up outside of a liquor store. That they were little whiskey bottles, or booze of some kind, just the little bottles, and turn them into something. So it's and I do things in phases. I don't know why. I can't settle on doing one type of art. Like I painted for years, but then I would take a break and do sculptures with concrete or clay, or just about anything that strikes my fancy. Working with trash, making little roses out of aluminum cans, and house wire or floral wire, depending on what I had, and just it's that kind of stuff. And like, since I've been thinking about it, I put that little aspirin container dude together, a headache. And he's just a quickie. There's no way that's not not the final. That was like 10 minutes of finding materials, cutting it, and gluing it on. It took longer for the glue to dry than it did to actually assemble everything. So, but from there, it's like I had an Activa drink today. It's a little bottle of yogurt. It's got kind of a neat little curvy shape, and I thought that could be a little bot. A little can of pineapple juice. What is it, like 6 ounces or 5 ounces or whatever it is? I shot that back this morning and sat it down and looked at it. Of like, that could be a robot. And usually it's like I can turn that into a fire burner, and I do. I use those as little alcohol burners in the wintertime. But my mind was on a different track, and it said robot, trash can-esque robot. So one thing I would really, really like to find that a lot of these guys use are model decals, decals, or whatever you call them, the little pictures you put on the side of car models. So if anybody's got any of them that they want to get rid of, that'd be cool. Just because, like, you can use the little numbers, or if it's like an aircraft or something like that, an aircraft model, you might have caution sign, or just little things like that that kind of perk the sculpture up. So, but anything like the ballpoint pens, because a ballpoint pen, you take a ballpoint pen apart, and there's almost a dozen different pieces in there that could be used in one way or another. So, like I said, you never know. Like, even just the lighters that I used, I didn't strip them out, and there's all kinds of pieces inside there that I can use. Like I said, the one guy that I watched made an entire critter or an entire robot out of one cigarette lighter. He took it all apart and just kept taking it apart, and you get down to where you think it was, you were done, and nope, that little tiny part right there comes apart into 4 more parts. So, it's that kind of stuff. One of my major problems with creating stuff like this is I want it done yesterday or right now, and sometimes you have to let these things sit for several hours to dry, or whatever. Sometimes you have to sit back and let things go at their own pace, and I don't do well with that as an artist, for one, and as a YouTuber, for number 2, because most of my videos are one shot, one take, and post. Occasionally I'll do, like some of my cooking videos, I've gotten to be where, I'll take segments and then put them together, but it's still all done in one night, from start to finish. It's not a week or 2 weeks worth of work. Excuse me. The one guy does this thing, and he does like a lot of stop motion, single picture type things, and then he puts a pop noise in with each of it, like putting on rivets, and it'll be like do 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 do, and the rivets are popping into place, all stop motion, and there's got to be, I don't know, a couple hundred in each little segment that he does. It looks cool. I don't have the patience to do that. I don't have the editing programs to do that. But I don't have the patience to do that. I don't have the patience to do the pictures, keep them in order, and then upload them in order on the computer, and then download them in order into your program. Oh, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I mean, just that one little segment had to take him several days, if not a week, all for a 20-second part of a video. So, don't expect that kind of stuff out of me. I enjoy doing the builds. I enjoy having the little scrappers around, giving them away, selling them, whatever. But I'm not going to spend hours and hours and hours on them. Unless it comes like some of the details. I can understand some of that. But again, that would be, I have to do a lot of it off camera and then come on and show what I did. Maybe do a little bit of on camera. Just because it takes so long to set up a shot and then get it done, and then, like I said, you have to keep it separate and have it so that it's in the right spot on your videos. I don't know. I've tried it in the past. it's not me. I guess I'm too flighty or something. But, anyhow. What was I thinking about the other night? I wanted to say something. I don't remember. So I ordered. I've been having problems with my knee, which I think many of you all know. It's feeling a ton better. I mean, a whole lot better. It doesn't ache hardly at all, but it's still. I still don't trust it going down steps, going up steps for that matter, and supporting me. And like the other night, I went to turn in the kitchen, and it was like, don't do that. Step back and do a 3/4 move. Don't like pivot on that ankle and that knee, because you'll go down. And once I go down, it ain't pretty to be getting back up. So anyway, I had a brace. It just had kind of a spring in it, kind of a woven wire spring, and that was okay, but it popped out the end of the brace for one thing, and the brace was a pain in the neck to get on and off. It was just a sleeve of wetsuit type material. So trying to peel it off, would actually cause me pain. Even like taking my shoes off is still a little painful. So I ordered another type of brace, and I got it on now. It's one that wraps around your leg separately, and then has this pull strap, and it's got an actual hinge in it. So I'm giving this one a try. So far, it's been pretty comfortable. It was a pain in the neck to get it on at first, to get it on so that it was comfortable. I kept getting it to a part where like the Velcro was rubbing on the back of my leg, and that was just totally uncomfortable. So I finally got that straightened out and got it figured out how once I've got it in place now, I don't have to take it apart. Like the only thing I have to take off are the front straps, and it fits nicely, nice and snug. I'm wearing shorts, so I'm not sweating real bad underneath of it. Of course, it's only 80 some odd degrees. I've been wearing it most of the day, even in the house, just because. Like, I want it to stop bothering me altogether. I don't know if that's possible, but we shall see. So anyway, yeah, at the moment it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's feeling good. So I think it was $27 or something. I think it was well spent. The only thing is, I just noticed as the steering wheel spins, it brushes against the one hinge. I have my steering wheel folded all the way down. It's better for my shoulder. But anyway, That's another thing, just yawning. I've been doing almost 4 hours in a stretch. Usually I could only get 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours of sleep at a time. Now I'm getting almost 4 hours in a stretch. So I shouldn't be yawning. I shouldn't be tired. And I don't feel tired. Maybe it's just air intake or something. I don't know. So we are about to make the last turn but one. Man, they put those houses up quick. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they ain't, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Man, these streets are narrow. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. Until I see y'all again, I hope you have a fandoculous day. Swatchy, y'all.